Let's see. Tell me to rotate. There we go. Howdy, everybody. This is from my phone. I hope this is working. I need to see. I can't see the live chat anywhere. Where's that at? Live chat. Give me one moment while I figure this out. I hope everybody's doing great. Or maybe there hasn't been any. If you can hear me, say something in the live chat. I also don't know how to rotate my phone. Let's try this. Hi, you can hear me. It says my orientation is locked, so we'll just keep it like this. What is up? Great. Welcome to my tiny house. 56 of you guys already here. We are finally getting the blizzard of the month today here in Ohio and across the Midwest everywhere. I'm sure you might be familiar. Where am I? I'm in Ohio. I'm in my tiny house. If you haven't seen my tiny house video, you should go check it out. I built what I call the world's smallest functioning tiny house. Now, I know I said I call it that, but I do believe it is the world's smallest tiny house that is functional. And what do I mean by functional? That video got a lot of views, like 3 million views or something. And what's the temperature in the tiny house? It's right here. It is toasty 70 degrees. 70 degrees in here. It's great. Anyway, 3 million views. I mean, it knocked it out of the park. It was such a fun build. This is 19 square feet of living space. I built it to make it the smallest functioning. What I mean by that, toilet, shower. If you've seen the video, you know it all. And it all functions pretty well. So I haven't exactly camped out in it yet. I camped out in it with my son, Weston, for a little bit, but we kind of just bailed on that. So this is my first night actually fully, making a meal in here, using the toilets. I'm going to use the bed, and I'm making a video out of it. So I'm just, killing some time. I wanted to jump back on a live stream. It's been about a year since we've been here. But anyway, go check out the tiny house video. A lot of people had a lot of opinions about it, saying that this isn't a real house, saying that I wasted all my money, saying that, look, we also made hot chocolate in here with the cabin lore mugs. There we go. Hi from Europe, Romania. I don't know if it's snowing over there. Hi from Pennsylvania. That's right. We cooked some hot chocolate in here. So I do have a hot plate in here. We're able to cook some. I cooked some steak outside. I had a fire out there. I even added these hooks. Added some hooks to hang up my stuff in here. And it's going great. Got the mini fridge going. Got the lights up in here. And we are out in the woods. It's really fun. Is anybody else experiencing the snow? Alaska, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. I don't know if any of those are getting some snow yet. You want to hear how the steak tasted? My wife is in the chat. Steak tasted great. So I had the campfire. I got my skillet, and I put the skillet just right over the campfire. I literally put it in the campfire, and I had butter in the skillet. The whole thing caught on fire. I'm not even kidding. The skillet was on fire. So I had to take the skillet out, and I just let it cook. I just let it be on fire. It cooked my steak. When I took the skillet out, it was still on fire. It was actually really funny. Parkersburg, West Virginia. It's cold and snowing. Indiana. That's right. I'm sure it is very snowy in Indiana. What states have you not done house tours in? That is a great question. I just released, speaking of that, I just released my top 10 Airbnbs of this year. And those were awesome. I've been to California, Idaho. That is my first time in Idaho for this year. All the way to Maine. States I have not done: Alaska. I have done Hawaii. I've not done New Mexico. I have not done Oregon. There's a lot of cool ones in Oregon. I have not done Wyoming. North or South Dakota, like Iowa. I haven't done a lot in the Midwest because there's not a lot of vacation spots in the Midwest, like Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, states like that. So I've not been there. Probably won't be going there, if I'm guessing. And there's a couple on the East Coast. Like I haven't been to Maryland. Have not been to. We went to Virginia this year for the first time. I don't know. I've been to almost all of them, so it's been pretty good. Knoxville, nothing. No snow down here in Florida. Well, that sounds pretty nice. Tacoma, Washington. Earl Owens. Man, Washington was a beautiful stay, or a beautiful, beautiful state. But my top 10 videos, my number one was The Perch, or it's called Perch, out in California. Earlier this year, I even predicted it in the video. That video was uploaded in March. I remember saying that this is the best one of 2024, and I'm pretty sure it will make it number one on my list. And that still held true all the way this year. So it was my number one spot. That place charges, you know, during Coachella week, it's a music festival, $25,000 a night during Coachella week. Any other night, it's, you know, way, way down. Still pretty expensive, but boy. That place was awesome. There was a lot of fuss about my title of the video. A lot of fuss. The fuss was, I titled it, you know, best or top 10 Airbnbs for 2025. And there was comments just saying, this doesn't make any sense since it's for 2024. Or there's one comment saying, oh, when I clicked on this video, I thought you were going to show us your spots you're going to for 2025. No, it's for, what it means is the top 10 for you guys to travel to, for anybody watching, travel to for 2025. That's what I meant. Plus, you know, you got to play with the YouTube algorithm. If I'm using a year, like last year's year in the title, you know, it's not as captivating. So you always got to like use this year and next year for, you know, your YouTube titles or whatever. So that was the fuss with that. That video is probably one of my worst videos performance-wise I've ever uploaded, so the title didn't even really matter. Anyway, top 10. We have a great time this year. Let me check some of the chats, what's going on. So one of the coldest nights, you went, let's go camping. Yes, that's exactly it. I was waiting for the blizzard to hit. Sometimes blizzards don't hit in Ohio, but this year, it's projected we'll get like 12 inches of snow. So far tonight has been really good. Lots of snow outside. Got a lot of footage outside. It's been fun. Hopefully, and when I wake up in the morning, it's gonna be great. Juno Com, your channel's encouraging me to build a tiny house. You definitely should. Speaking of building a tiny house, this year, I think, is the year that I'm going to be getting my own Airbnb up and running. Hopefully a couple. You know, if you've been on the channel for a while, I used to have a tiny house Airbnb for like a couple months. We moved properties. This is like my time. That's my goal this year, is to go up and running, hopefully by summer. So maybe you guys will become staying with me by this summer. That's a big goal of mine this year. I got some really cool ideas in the works that's going to make it extremely fun and unique and just different. If one of these ideas that I'm thinking of actually, you know, comes through, it'll be maybe one of the only ones in the United States. So that'll be fun. Just a little hint. But, you know, it's not solidified in stone. So, you know, maybe I spoke too much, but that's the goal. For those that are just turning in, could you please restate where you are and what's going on with the storm? I'm a big fan of your channel. Also watching from Tacoma. I decided to camp out in my tiny house in the snowstorm that's hitting, you know, southern Ohio, kind of the Midwest area. So, you know, we're projected to get like a foot of snow, like 6 inches to a foot of snow, which is a lot. It's going to be snowing all night. It's been snowing all evening. So I just wanted to come out and camp in my tiny house for fun and try it out in the most extreme weather conditions. Because there's been a lot of hate for this tiny house on my video, on my Instagram, saying, you know, it's fake, it's inoperable, how can you use it? It was a waste of money. So I'm proving that it's fully usable even in the worst weather conditions. It is extremely hot in here right now. I might have to turn the little heater thing off. I get it. You want to see you can dig out yourself, huh? I love your content and always such a wholesome family host to your tours. Where? Thank you. Where? I'm in southern Ohio. Some people do say Ohio. I have a cabin at Weir's Valley, Tennessee. Come stay and review. Well, head to my website and send it to me. We'll see. I'm pretty picky. Extremely picky these days. So, we'll see. Can you show us my POV? Yes, let's see. Can I do that? Let's do that. Take you off. How do I switch it around? Okay, so it's extremely messy in here because of the stuff. So, here's the POV, my hot chocolate. Here's my very messy table. Sink with running water. Mini fridge. I used this to help me start the fire. I just got stuff in here, my light. The bed folds down. I got all my blankets up there. I'm sitting on the bench. Everything's under there. And I added these hooks for my, clothing situation. So there we go. Down here is also a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff in here. I kind of failed on the storage situation here. They could have been way better. I could have added shelves, more hooks. I'm not exactly impressed with the EcoFlow Wave 2, which is my AC and heating unit. It takes up a lot of space underneath that could be used for additional storage. I'm using a space heater the size of my hand right now, and it is so hot in here. It's doing great. The only problem is no AC. That's why I use the EcoFlow Wave 2 to get the AC in the summer, but it wasn't like the best in the summer. I mean, when it was like 90 degrees, it was so hard to cool this space, and you'd think it'd be easy because it's so tiny. I don't know what the problem is. This is my first time building a house. Anyway, I'm extremely impressed with your design and building talents and creativity. I would absolutely love to have some of your creations stay at in the Northwest. Well, whenever I get my own Airbnbs up and running this year, you'll have to come to the Midwest and stay at mine in Ohio. You probably never think that Ohio's a cool spot, but you should come check it out anyway. I'm up in Willoughby, Ohio. We're getting lake effect snow. That is awesome. Let me get you POV and see what it's like outside. It might not even be snowing at this moment, but it might be. We'll see. Can you see? There was my fire. I don't think it's snowing right now. The windows are all... That was bad. The windows are kind of all foggy for whatever reason, condensation. I don't think it's snowing at the moment. Hey, Levi, did you sell your tiny coffee car? It's cute. Thank you. We have somebody in the works, I believe, that's interested in purchasing it. So yeah, for the coffee van and the tiny house, you might have noticed those are just two different videos that I did. Building one, building the coffee van. I kind of want to transform this channel into something new this year, still in the home space, either whether it's building stuff. I really like building stuff, so that's why I built the tiny house. That's why I built the coffee van. I'm building that stuff to just kind of get more views, and it's just fun for me to do. So that's a big thing. I mean, you guys can look. The views on these tours are kind of just consistently dwindling, if I'm being honest. So that means, we gotta change things up somehow. I have some ideas to make the tours really fun this year. We'll see how those ideas play out. I have hopefully some here in the next couple months, especially changing up how the tour videos are, just changing up like the titles and thumbnails and just the content of the videos. They just all need to be better. Of course, you always need to be improving and just getting better, and I think it's definitely time for that. So that's why I started doing the build stuff as well, to just see if I can, make another video and it get, good views for my channel, and something I enjoy doing. The tiny house video did so amazing. So then I did a coffee van video. So I built it with the purpose of just making the video, using it a couple times, and I was going to sell it to somebody that actually wanted to use it for a business. So I built it. I think the video didn't necessarily perform that well. I think it was my fault. It's a little too niche, and it's, I think people might have been confused, or like they didn't realize it was my channel, or I don't know. I just think it's too niche. It was in my head so much. I just wanted to do it, I think, too much. I didn't really think about, is this worth it? It was worth it, but the video just didn't perform that well. So luckily, we have somebody interested in buying it right now. Hopefully it doesn't fall through. So, yes. Theo C, I think that's a cool idea. Let's go see what your idea is. Have you ever thought of making a 50-state Airbnb tour? Like, in one video, all, like, 50 tours in one video? That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Yeah, I'd have to visit all 50 states. Alaska this year would be cool. You know, I'd love to go overseas, of course. Still possibility maybe this year. I know I say that every year, but just so hard. Being away from family, my kids, it's hard to bring them. We'll see what we can do this year. There will definitely be different videos this year on the channel. It's just gotta happen. So, you inspired me with what you did. I decided that this year I'll open a YouTube channel with Airbnb presentations in Romania. I had that at some point I will make you an official invitation. Well, there we go. Andri Al-Lupi. Congratulations. I hope it goes well. There's so many cool spots in Europe. My wife and I love your content. We're in Lodi, Ohio. Keep up the good work, brother. Trained by Keith. Thank you so much. Levi, you're doing an awesome job with the builds and beautiful videos. Thank you so much. No, just a series. Oh, a series for the 50 cabins and such. That would be cool. You know, I would have to title them, you know, something probably like the best vacation rental in, you know, whatever state. I've definitely thought about that. You know, one of my ideas for my channel kind of relates to that. You know, it's going to be like something like the top 3 most luxurious vacation rentals in the U.S. It's possible, you know, I probably shouldn't have just said my idea, but that is something I want to do. And so, yeah, the videos just need, I think, more tours in the video to just make it more interesting, faster pace, just more fun, and just as better titles. You know, I'm thinking if I do the best vacation rental in, like, South Dakota, that's just not a good business move, in my opinion. But it could be a good series, and once the series gets rolling, you know, it might be something. I don't know. You know, it's something to think about, something to consider. But I really want to hit the videos that can just be like but this has always been my motto, my inspiration, little YouTube advice. Just make the titles, make the video, just anybody can click on it. You can be anywhere in the world, you can be interested in anything, just anybody can click on it, anybody can share it, and anybody can enjoy it. And so, you know, I have this new slogan. Everybody says, like, find your niche and such. Well, opposite of that, I'm going to say, be unniched. on YouTube, if you want to go, like, viral and stuff, you know, of course, niche stuff goes viral, and you can find something that works in that. But if you go unniched, you know, something that applies to everybody, that's what Mr. Beast is so popular, and YouTubers like that. Their videos, anybody can watch them, anybody can click on them, anybody will enjoy them. Now, Mr. Beast does kind of fall into a niche, but my point is, you know, make it all, you know, very, very shareable. Josiah, I like that question. All right, what's the question? What's something that surprised you in 2024 that you've never seen before and experienced in one of the Airbnbs you visited? That's a good question. There's a couple that, you know, won't be replicated. Let's say the Copper Fox treehouse. The treehouse is shaped like a fox head. It's done really well. That won't be replicated. It's only one in the world. And that could apply to anything. Like, there's this place in Pennsylvania that's shaped like a shoe. There's this place in Idaho that's a flower pot. There's a place in Texas that's shaped like an acorn. So those are all really unique, and I want to make a video out of all of those. So that was surprising. Some other things, you know, at the Shiloh, which is one of my videos I did a couple months ago, they had a hidden room behind a bookcase, and it was like a theater room. That's some of my favorite amenities and features. Something that surprised me, at the Perch, they invested $100,000 worth of palm trees for that property, which is pretty nuts. So it's just like, if you want to go big, you got to go big. Some other things that may have surprised me. Some hot chocolate. I mean, what surprises me is some of the videos that just don't get, like, perform well, and some of the ones that do. some of my favorite videos and what I think would perform well just don't get that many views. So I'm always wondering why people don't click on certain videos and such. Like the train video I did in Idaho didn't necessarily perform that well, and that was a renovated 1909 train used in the logging industry, found locally. They found the train in a barn like 2 miles from the place, just deteriorating. They moved it to their property, renovated it, used in the local logging industry through the town of rural Idaho, and they renovated it to like one of the coolest train stays you can do. I mean, that place is awesome, but I mean, that was really surprising, and the surprising part was the video didn't really perform that well, so I guess that's okay. Dude, I love your stuff. I used to Airbnb manage for a living and admire that you turn your gifts into a shareable journey. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Levi, I saw you on live. Your baby just came. That was last year. Yes, last year around this time, I did a couple live streams leading up to the birth of my second child, Bishop. He's 1 year old now. Well, he's about to be here in a couple weeks. He is massive, nearly the same size as Weston, which Weston is 3. And he's just started walking. You know, he just started taking some steps. Now he's like walking slowly, but you know, taking multiple steps. He is so cute. He does this thing whenever you like tell him not to do something. He like knows when you're telling him not to do something. He understands, or like you take something away from him, or you like accidentally hurt him by accident. He'll go like this. He'll go like, ooh, ooh, and like look at you. He'll go like, ooh. Like, I don't know. It's so cute. He just, ooh, like he knows, and he's saying that he doesn't like that. I gotta turn this heater off. There we go. So yes, he's a year old now. Very fun. Saw you were live. Just wanted to say I enjoy your videos. Thought your barista van was a lot of fun. Well, thank you. That was a lot of fun. We served coffee for 4 hours for free at my local church event during like a Christmas free sale. So we're giving away just a bunch of free stuff for Christmas. Coffee was one of them. The line never stopped for 4 hours. Like 80-ish drinks. I put that thing through the test. And that was a lot of money. You know, a lot of hot chocolates and lattes is not cheap. But it was fun for the event and for the video. It was awesome. He's going to be tall if he's almost as tall as Weston. Yeah, he might. My dad's tall. We need another tall person in the family. I hope to get my dream tiny house. I hope you do as well. This one, you know, it's the one I'm in. 19 square feet. Has everything. Toilet, shower, hot water, sink. I just joined in. Are you toasty? Yes, I had to turn the heater off. What's the temperature now? It's 72 in here, but it feels way hotter. So it's really simple, really easy to heat up this tiny house. So yeah, this year, different videos, different build videos, and I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. What's the story about Kings Island and your wife? We love Kings Island. I hope you guys come sometime. Or hope we into you guys sometime. Run into us. Boy, that's from one video years ago. That's funny that you remember that. So I did an Airbnb that was close to Kings Island, which is an amusement park here in Ohio. So I highlighted Kings Island to come check it out. But whenever I was at the entrance, I said something like, but my wife's banned here. Banned from Kings Island. And that was probably pretty surprising. It's kind of a joke. My wife did get banned when she was younger because she used somebody else's gold pass to try to get in, and they caught her. They took her to the back room, you know, beat her, interrogated her, threatened her. No, I'm just kidding. They did interrogate her though, and she was like banned for the year. So she was banned, but I don't think she's banned now. She could be on the list somewhere. They got her picture up on the wall, and they're ready. As soon as she walks in, they know. They'll just like run and tackle her. I would literally probably die. That would be so bizarre, so funny. I know I shouldn't laugh at my wife getting tackled, but that situation would be like, what the heck? It's funny because my wife is like the purest thing ever. So It would just be so bizarre. I'm looking forward to your own Airbnb you're making. Thank you. You should come stay, possibly, this summer. Is this video going to end bad? You look emotional. Am I too emotional? Do I need to toughen up? I need to get stern? I need to lower my voice? Is it because I'm red? I can't control that. It's hot in here. That's why I'm red. And I had a lot of smoke in my eyes from my fire. No, I'm not emotional. No, it's not going to end bad. I hope not. Unless this tiny house catches fire in a blizzard. No, I don't think it's going to end bad. I mean, yeah. Watching from Canada. Oh, Savannah added to the chat of what happened. For the record, my mom and aunt told me to use my aunt's gold pass, and I begged them to just let me pay and do it the right way. Well, she got banned. What is my real height? So you think I'm faking? You think I lied about my height? I've mentioned it in several videos. How tall do you think I am? 5 foot? 5'4"? Think I'm a short king? Or am I a tall king? Well, I'll let you know. The Lord has blessed me to be exactly average male height. Exactly. 5'10". 5 foot 10 inches. He also blessed me with a never-ending voice that cracks. If you didn't hear that last one when I said foot. Foot. That's what it does. Anyway. Exactly 5'10". So this tiny house is 5'10" long. Did I design it for me? Maybe. Did it just so happen to be 5'10" inside? Also maybe. The latter is the actual answer. So I built this on a trailer, fixed dimensions, and it just turned out to be 5'10" inside. So when I lay down, it is perfect. And it's like 7 foot tall or something, so I can stand up in here very easily. So 5'10", exactly average. Oh, there were some guesses. 5'6". Come on now. Do I look that short on camera? Oh my gosh. 5'9". There we go. A little closer. You are 1 inch taller than the average man. Oh, is the average 5'9"? Well, I may have lied. I am a little closer to 5'9.5". But I do say 5'10" because with shoes on, that's usually when I get measured. 5'9". So if I'm a little bit taller than average, hey, I'll take it. Love you, Levi. Creative Cabins LLC. Well, welcome. I love you guys. You guys have the coolest Airbnb property. They're all done so well. Creative Cabins, by the way, is my most featured Airbnb company, or business. They have like 7 or something in Hocking Hills, 7 or 8, something crazy like that. And I've toured all of them. They're all on the channel, and they were some of my first ones. So we've been doing this for 5 years. It's been great. You should go to Wisconsin and do some tours. Maybe. Is there some cool ones? I have been to Wisconsin. The Metal Arc Tower, if you're familiar with that one, it's like a glass tower overlooking a field with 1 billion planted flowers. Not even kidding. Not kidding. That was like in 2021. That was before my children. Savannah went with me. She was pregnant. We saw a black bear there. Also, crazy story. This year, I did see a black bear. It was at the Writers Retreat in Minnesota. A lower viewed video, so maybe some of you haven't seen it. Extremely tiny house. I walked outside around the cabin, and literally when I was turning the corner, a black bear just walked right in front of me. Like, I could almost touch it. Just walked right in front of me. And it was like, I kind of thought it was a dog at first, because they're not huge. They kind of go up just to your waist. And it just walked like a dog right in front of me. It didn't even notice me. It probably knew I was there, but it didn't even like care. I like froze. I turned around immediately and ran back to the cabin, locked the door, and I was looking at the windows to see where it went. It was really close to a river, so I think the bear was going to the river. Yeah, that was crazy. I wish I got it on camera. So you're in the woods, in the snow, in a 5'9" house, pushing about what could go wrong. Yeah, what could go wrong? That is a good question. If something were to go wrong in this tiny house, what could it be? It's not going to blow over. I mean, even if it did blow over, I think I'd be okay. Because it's not like I'm falling from that far of a distance. I'd only be falling like 6 feet. It would hurt. It would be surprising. What else could go wrong? I mean, the power could go out. That would suck. It could catch fire. That would also not be good. And my bed is up top, so if it caught fire, I'd be kind of trapped. This definitely does not pass. I don't know, it might. I was going to say it doesn't pass code. Who knows? There's no code for a 19 square foot house on wheels. I'm not going to anybody asking their opinion for that. Too much bureaucracy in this country. Yes, Creative Cabins stay booked. Wow. Juno Com. You know who Creative Cabins is. Have a good night, stay warm. Good night, JG. It's only 7:30. You going to bed? I don't know where you're. It might be later where you're at if you're in a different country. I have $50,000. Well, congratulations. Is that enough to build a tiny house? It sure is. I built this one for $5,000. Totally just depends on what you want to do. $50,000 is a lot of money. If you're wanting, depends on where you're at. Depends on what you want to do. Tiny houses can range from $200,000 to $5,000. So yeah, definitely could be. If you do it all yourself, you could make a really, really, really luxurious tiny house for $50,000. I mean, tiled shower, bathtub. You could have you could have everything. So totally, definitely should. Did your new house belong to your parents or your in-laws? I thought it looked familiar from previous videos. Impressive. It did belong to my in-laws. They're building their own house right now, so we bought theirs. We moved here in May, and this house has been a true blessing. We love this property. The boys can run outside and play. I can run outside and play. I can run outside naked. I can just run outside and yell without anybody spying on me. That's right. This is a free country. We love it. We have woods. It's a lot to mow. It takes like 3 hours to mow it all. But this summer was really simple mowing because the driest summer, like on record. I think I mowed 5 times all summer. I mean, there was one point, it was a month and a half of no rain. That's when I built the tiny house. It rained once in the beginning, and then the rest of the time it didn't rain at all. So that was like a month of no rain. So it was great. I literally just left all my tools outside in my front yard. Woke up the next morning, got my tools. It was bone dry. I didn't have to worry about the rain at all. It was awesome. So it was the perfect time to build the tiny house. Anyway. Are you going to take your tiny house camping this summer? Maybe. I might. I haven't not taken it on the road yet. I'm kind of scared to take it on the road. Hurricane force winds on this tiny house. I have shingled roof, which was dumb on my part. You don't want a shingled roof if you're taking it on the road. That could be a problem. I also did cedar lap siding. I wouldn't want to see what the wind could do to that. Because if it just gets up under one of those laps somehow and just rips it, I don't know. It's just an idea. And I don't even know how aerodynamic this thing is. I don't know if it'd wobble. I don't know if this tiny house would do well. It's really tall for the base it is. So I'm not sure if this tiny house would do well on the road. So I have not taken it on the road yet. And I might sell it in the spring. Because, you know, I might use it once or twice. I'm making a video right now of me camping in it in this winter snow. If for some reason if the video just does really well and people are interested in watching that, maybe I will keep it and maybe I'll do it some more. But this video is definitely just more of a fun one I'm making, and I've been looking forward to it. So, we'll see. In the summer, it'd be really hot in here. I do have an AC unit. It doesn't work, you know, perfectly. You know, you don't need an AC unit, though, but it's just hot. I got to go into one of the tiny houses in Hunkin Hills. It was a 2-story container house. My brother and sisters-in-law have been in 3 there. Hunkin Hills is a very popular spot. I'm curious what the name of this tiny house was. A 2-story container house? Lots of container homes out there. Can we get a quick tiny house tour? Sure. I did one a little bit earlier in the video, but we probably got all new viewers here. I'm a smarty pants. How do we know you're really where you say you are? I'll show you. I mean, look, I'm in my tiny house. Where else would I be? Here it is. It is messy in here because I have a bunch of stuff. So here's the sink. A lot of dishes in there. Some countertop there, light, my mini fridge there with some drinks and such. Water's all stored down there. I got the mini heater there. Some stuff, my camera equipment's all right there. I had no idea where to put that. I hung up some hooks here for all of my pants. You know, you're probably wondering, why are my pants up on the wall? Anyway, we got some stuff hanging up here. My bed is right up here. You can see it folds down. And I got blankets and such up there. Let me just get up. And then here's my bench. You know, it's so tight in here. It's kind of hard to show you everything. And then outside, you can't see it. Maybe I'll open the door. Or the window, I mean. So let's set this back here. We'll forget it. Too difficult. There we go. Is it snowing? I should probably check. It is snowing. Oh wait, you guys can't see. It is snowing. You still can't see in the video. It is snowing. It's more of like a light. It's not light. It's actually kind of snowing a lot, but the snowflakes are super tiny. I'm hoping to wake up and it's just like blizzard, like packed of snow outside. All right. Turn on the space heater. One problem about this tiny house is when I open the door, all the air molecules leave for some reason, and it gets so cold in here. So, turn back on the heater. I have no idea how all the air can leave that fast. What's the temperature in here now? 68. But I'm right next to the door. So, yes, I am in the world's smallest tiny house, world record. There is a world record for this, actually, and I don't got it. It belongs to what's called the square meter house. It's a total joke. The square meter house, a meter, is just over 3 feet long. So it's 3 foot by 3 foot wide, 9 feet. Here's the gimmick. It's a box, like this. You sit in it. It has a desk. When you want to sleep in it, you tilt the box this way. So now it's bigger. And it would be bigger than 9 square feet. Because it's like 6 foot tall. So that'd be what? 6 foot by 3 foot, 18 square feet. Mine's really close to that. And that's how you sleep. So you can only sleep and you can only write on a desk. It does not have a kitchen, does not have a toilet, does not have a shower, does not have anything. So I don't know how that has the record, or I don't know how it still has the record. Maybe nobody's disputed it. Maybe I should. Maybe I should rally together and dispute this world record, and I should get it. I just got a splinter. What gives? Jeez. Anyway, I think I should... I haven't applied because, you know, that is the record. I've already looked it up, and I just think it's kind of silly. What did I have for dinner? I had steak on the campfire. I really did. You'll have to watch this video. It'll be fun. It'll be coming out probably Tuesday. I want to edit it tomorrow, and I'll probably upload it Tuesday. Have you considered building these to sell to others? You know, that is a great question. I've had that a bunch. If somebody came to me wanting one built, I would consider it. Depending on what they wanted, I would possibly do it. I think it'd be fun. You know, I could make a video about it, make some money just building it as well. So yeah, I possibly... Nobody has. You know, I'm not going to make it my business. But if somebody came to me and wanted one, possibly. I also have had a lot of people say, you just give this to the homeless, or why don't let the government build these and give these to the homeless. You know, that could be something as well. This is a little small to live in full-time. I mean, you could. People in the comments like to think this is not even livable. And I'm thinking, you have not tried. It is livable if you want to try really hard. You had a splinter. Oh yeah, splinter. Now the house is smaller. Splinter. Good luck on your new Airbnb tiny house build. Can't wait to see the videos. Thank you. Thanks, Cynthia. Mark Brown, you should apply. That is a video in itself. I should apply. It costs money, I think. But I'm already pretty sure I wouldn't get it because there is one and it's smaller than my house. So I'd have to tell them, like, that one shouldn't apply because mine's better. It all comes down to, what is a house? What makes a house? What do you guys think? What is a house? Who would thought that in 2025, the first question we're thinking about is, what is a house? Here's my definition. A house is somewhere... Here's what I'll say. I'll change it. Functioning house. Anything could be a house. A hole in the ground. But a functioning house in today's society, where I'm located. Bathroom. Shower. Sink. Sitting area that is separate from the bed. I'll take that one away. You can have the bed be the seating area and still be a house. But mine are separate in my tiny house. That's probably it. Hot water, probably. So, we'll see. The Buckeye house is for sale? Are you serious? Really? That's shocking. Unless you just twisted my elbow. Anything with a roof is livable. Brandon, I wish everybody in the comments agreed, but my Instagram video has millions of views and it has thousands of comments saying otherwise. I agree with you. Anything that has roof is livable. Exactly. Exactly. Hey man, I thank you for these videos. This is Frenchy Talk. Bonjour. I got a lot of inspiration from them. I built a beautiful modern cabin here in South Park, Colorado, and a lot of inspiration from these videos. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad I could have helped. I'm curious what your places look like. I love your face, beard free. Thank you. That is so nice. Beard free. There we go. Yes, if you recall, he's probably referencing from last year's live streams. I had like mustache going on. It's kind of a joke. And maybe a beard. I did have a beard on some of my really old videos. People either love it or hate it. The Lord has blessed me with smooth face. I'm sure when I'm older, that'll help with my age looks. But right now, I wish I could grow a beard. Like a good beard. It's not my genetics. That's okay, though. I do get a clean shave pretty well. And it makes me look young. How old do you think I am? You might already know. A house is somewhere to call home. That's right, Tracy. Home is where the heart is. Half the people on Instagram comments are bots. Don't listen to them. And I wish I could stop trimming. 27! Linda, you're right. I am 27. My Roger, 26. That is my dad. My interpretation of a blizzard. I know. It looks a little weak right now when I showed you guys outside. But it's not done. Tomorrow it will be done, and I'm hoping the snow will be like this deep. Right now, it's about this deep. So I'm hoping it gets like way better. But hey, Ohio, we get what we get. Sometimes it snows a lot. Some years, the past 4 or 5 years, it hasn't snowed more than 4 inches. So I'm just happy we're here. Aloha from Hawaii. I would love to go back to Hawaii. I went there once. Big island. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it a lot. The people, when they saw me filming, weren't necessarily happy that I was filming there. I also had people on social media say to boycott my channel for showing off vacation rentals in Hawaii. That did literally happen. So, but I loved it. It was so beautiful. We got a lot of snow here in eastern Kentucky. Yeah, I think you're going to be one of the hardest hit areas here in eastern Kentucky. This is the tiny house in a blizzard? Yes, I'm in it. I'm sorry, I'm losing all of these comments. Are you originally from Chillicothe, Ohio? Yes. Yes, I am, Green Saver. Do I know you? How'd you know I'm from Chillicothe? That's where I'm from. I don't live there anymore. Fun fact about Chillicothe. Here you guys go. You ready? First and third capital of Ohio. Now you all know. This is valuable information. First capital, Chillicothe, 1803. Believe it or not, it was on the map in 1803 as the most popular spot in Ohio. Then it switched to Zanesville, Ohio. If you know where Zanesville is, that's the second capital. Our close friends over there in Zanesville. They're friends of ours. You know, we share capital with them. But turns out it wasn't very good. We're still friends with Zanesville, but they weren't good enough for keeping the capital. So came back to Chillicothe for the third capital of Ohio. I'm sure that was a bureaucratic mess. Switching it back and forth, snip, snap, snip, snap. But turns out Chillicothe also lost its flavor because I believe then it moved to Columbus, Ohio, and it's been Columbus, Ohio ever since. Imagine a capital switch in today's society. How chaotic that would be. So, Chillicothe is a little bit special. First and third capital of Ohio. You will know this fact, fun fact, for the rest of your life, and you should use it at parties. So, Chillicothe, Zanesville, Columbus, we're all in a little special gang. We understand each other. You look like a combo of Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Neil Patrick. That is the first time I've ever been told that. I still get to this day, somebody commented on my YouTube video today. He's like, for some reason I'm getting Mark Wahlberg. It's just a funny way to put it. Mark Wahlberg is what I always get. I do get John Cena's son sometimes. Like, I don't look like John Cena, but I look like I could be his son, I guess. And sometimes I get Matt Damon's son. So I guess I could be Matt Damon's son as well. I'm just ready to be cast in a movie. I mean, come on. I could play Mark Wahlberg's son so easily. Would I get the accent down? Say hello to your mother for me. That was probably the worst ever. I don't know if I can do his voice. My voice is oddly unique in a way, I think. I was at a gas station. My last Airbnb trip, I went to a gas station. It was like midnight or like 11 p.m. Two girls were working in there. I walk in, I get my stuff. They say, "Do you ever get told?" And every time somebody says that, I like try to finish the sentence as they're doing it, so we're saying it at the same time. So we said, "Have you ever get told?" And we both say, "You look like Mark Wahlberg." And it was like perfect. And, you know, that always catches them off guard. It's pretty funny. Hawaii has a lot of volcanic fog happening right now. That ain't good. Will you visit Pakistan someday? You know, Fahim Ahmad, I'm glad you asked that. But from the bottom of my heart, and to be totally honest, I don't know. I don't think so. Someday I would love to visit Pakistan. For my YouTube channel, I've never seen vacation rentals in Pakistan. But someday I would love to go there. I would love to visit every country. So maybe someday, Fahim. Is it beautiful? I'm guessing that's where you're from. Let me know in the comments and I'll read it if I see it. What is your favorite part of Pakistan? I'm curious to hear from a local. That would be really cool. Tell me some stuff about Pakistan, because I know, I'll show you how much I know visually with a visual diagram. This much. I know nothing about Pakistan. But, I mean, it'd be really cool to hear what you have to say about it. Garrett. My buddy used to pitch for the farm team in Chillicothe. Live in Buffalo, where it really snows, but love Athens. Pitch for the farm team. I don't know what the farm team is. Chillicothe does have a minor league baseball team, so maybe that's what you're talking about. It's called what's it called? Minor league baseball team in Chillicothe. The Paints. Like a horse. They're called the Paints. My husband's from Jackson County, and you talked about it in your video. I have talked about it before. Jackson's pretty cool. I have some friends down in Jackson. Hi from Pennsylvania. 18 inches of snow from Lisa Johnson. That is crazy. Came for the friendly chat, stayed for the Ohio facts. Ain't that right? The Ohio facts. Chillicothe is the first and third capital, 17th state added to the Union. It's the heart of Ohio for a reason. It used to have the longest built canal, called the Erie Canal. It went all the way down through Ohio. Went through Chillicothe. The Water Street in Chillicothe used to be the Erie Canal. And that's why it's called Water Street today. The Erie Canal is pretty popular. Or pretty famous, at least in this region. John Cena's son is nuts. 2 laughing emojis. Not just one, but 2 laughing emojis. I'm guessing you don't agree. That's what people have been saying. Mark Wahlberg's estranged son. Where's the rest of the family, though? They're back in the house, probably sleeping right now. Baseball minor league, the Texans? Hi from Idaho. Would love to see the top 10 things to do in Ohio with kids. I must be honest. I don't explore Ohio that much. I tend to stay home. That's why I moved to a beautiful property, because I like to be home. There are some things to do. The Cincinnati Aquarium's fun. Cincinnati Zoo is really fun. I think that's free. Columbus Zoo is also really good. There's a couple drive-in movie theaters I've been to, like in Lancaster, Ohio. I think it's really cool. Of course, hiking in Hocking Hills is awesome. Cedar Point, Kings Island, those amusement parks. I mean, it's kind of interesting. Amusement parks, like, aren't, or are they amusement parks, or what's the other name for them? I don't know. Amusement parks, they're not like that common worldwide. If you wanted to go to an amusement park, there's only a select location you can go. You might not even live close to one, you might. So there's 2 world-class amusement parks in Ohio. Here's another Ohio fun fact. I don't know if it's true anymore, but Ohio, Kings Island in Ohio has the world's longest wooden roller coaster. That might be different now. The record might still be the case. World's longest. It also used to have the world's fastest wooden roller coaster until somebody died. Then they tore it down. The Son of the Beast. I think that's the story behind that. Have you been to Alaska? I have not. Unfortunately. Me and my brother were just talking about it, though, a couple days ago, how we'd love to go to Alaska. I would love to. I looked at flights. They're like $400 a piece. So if I was bringing my whole family, that would be kind of expensive just to get there and back, let alone everything else that Alaska you'd have to pay for. I would love to go in the summer or the winter. World-class free zoos? This is sounding like a great place. Ohio is a great place. There are some kick-butt zoos in Ohio. Yes. Yes, there are. Zoos. We have multiple. That's another thing. Zoos are also kind of rare. You either live close to one or you just don't. So the fact that Ohio has 2 zoos, there might be 3. There might be several. I only know of 2. Cincinnati, Columbus. Here's another fun fact. If you've ever seen a panda at a zoo, you like pandas? If you've ever seen one at a zoo, it is owned by China. They only rent out their pandas. And China owns every single panda in the world except for one. And you know where it's at? You're going to think you're expecting me to say Ohio. It's in Mexico. It is in Mexico, not Ohio. There is one panda that is not owned by China, and it's in Mexico. And it is a male. Or there might be 2. There might be 2 in Mexico, because there's like something funny about it. I think there's 2 in Mexico. They're both males, and they're owned by Mexico, not China. And they can't even reproduce. So we can't even reproduce pandas to be owned outside of China. China has a monopoly on the panda game. Believe it or not, it is a thing. There are special airplanes that ship these pandas across the United States because you rent them. It's kind of sick, but you rent these pandas for your zoo for 5 years, then you have to fly them back. It's quite funny. Cleveland Zoo is good. St. Louis Zoo. I have actually been to the St. Louis Zoo. That is funny you bring that up. I've been there. It is awesome. What if they were both in America? The pandas? Oh, yeah. I think they're in Mexico. So, unfortunately, you can't own pandas and breed them. Yeah, it's a China thing. Here's another fun fact. I know a guy. If you're looking for exotic animals, giraffes, kangaroos, I know a guy that deals in that space. Though it is a real thing to buy and sell giraffes, kangaroos he does it for zoos. And he does it for a lot of personal people. When we were talking, a lot of personal people buy these exotic animals, which, we're not getting into, what you think of that or not. I'm just laying out what we talked about. It is crazy. I had no idea there was a whole world of that. The laws in a lot of states let you own these animals. In Ohio, you are allowed to own a giraffe. At least that's what he told me. I've never looked it up. You're allowed to own a giraffe in Ohio. Because I remember we started joking. I said, imagine if I had a giraffe farm. Like a giraffe petting zoo. Well, that is true because there's giraffes. This is true. It is proven true because there is a like park area you can go to in Zanesville that has giraffes, and I think it's private. So anyway, besides the legality of it, it is true you can have giraffes in Ohio privately. Imagine if I owned a giraffe petting zoo. How nuts would that be? Okay, here's my new idea. Listen up. It's been an hour. 76 of you. Whoever on here is wanting the coolest Airbnb. You know where I'm going with this. Get a giraffe petting zoo. It would be the most insane Airbnb short-term rental experience. Literally. If you want some giraffes. Because I remember I was joking, if I had a giraffe petting zoo here on my property. I live kind of close to like a popular road here, or a busier road. And I was laughing. You could see the giraffes from that road over the trees on the property. It'd be so funny. Imagine pulling up to an Airbnb. There's like 6 giraffes just like roaming. Here's a good question. How do you fence them in? Free-range giraffes. Giraffe escapes into the downtown area. That would be the wildest story. That would be so good. Giraffe escapes local short-term rental Airbnb and terrorizes downtown. Just imagine. They got like the helicopters coming and like it's on the news. The helicopters circling the giraffe. Oh, that would be really funny, but also sick. Oh, Levi, what type of Airbnb do you like best? A-frames or standard roofs? You didn't mention underground. I think I like standard. There's so many more options. You know, I like A-frames, but it's just all A-frames are kind of similar. They all look the exact same on the outside. So I'm going to say the other type because you can get really explorative with it. My favorite zoo is the San Diego Zoo. I like that one too. Smallest mobile library. Okay, these are going back to the ideas of what I could do for my channel to like build my channel. That'd be interesting. Giraffes have stubby legs. They don't lift high, I think. Little gnome gates would be okay. Hey. I didn't even think about that. That's good to know. To keep giraffes gated, you only need like a 6-foot gate. That's pretty funny. Because giraffes are really tall. That helps out with the costs. Because I imagine giraffes are really expensive. And I have no idea how you'd get them here. I imagine they have to be born here. How did they get the first giraffe here to the United States? They're so tall. I have no idea. I couldn't even think of a way. Unless you brought child giraffes only. And then hoped they repopulated. That might be it. And if that's the case, maybe all the giraffes in the United States are bred from one pair. Alright. Love your channel. It's awesome. There's a zoo motel in Canberra. You can feed the giraffes from your balcony. That would be amazing. Everybody's saying that they got shipped by boat. I mean, probably, but what boat holds a 30-foot tall giraffe? That would be awesome to see. Alright, guys. I think it is time. We're going to be closing down this live stream. If you have any last questions, let me know. We've been dropping some viewers. I know it's football time. It's 8 o'clock. I'm going to get settled for bed, do some reading probably. If you have any last questions, let me know. Before I end this, I'll give it a couple seconds. Alright. Everybody's telling me good night. I hope you guys have a great night. Watch this video. The one I'm filming. It's going to be titled something like Overnight Snow Camping in the World's Smallest Tiny House or something like that. And I encourage you guys to all watch it whenever I upload it. I think it's going to be Tuesday when I upload it. I encourage you all to watch it. You hope I do more lives? Well, thanks. Alright, guys. Good night. What's my favorite Bible verse? I'll do this one really quick. Favorite Bible verse. Let's just see if, you know, right now me and my family are going over James. The one that tells us about, but my favorite might be in Psalm, you know. Psalm 33:1, the Lord is my refuge. Psalm 23, I made a little wooden thing and I carved the letters in this for my mom for Christmas. It says, you know, he leads me by still waters. He leads me in green pastures. That verse, that one's good. Those are my favorite right now. Good night, everybody. Enjoy. How do I end this? Oh, here we go. Good night.